This particular auction has some pretty powerful pieces as far as emotional connections for people. Anything from Aaliyah to Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley, Abigail Folger, who unfortunately was known for being a victim of the Manson murders. So we kind of notice that there is this element of tragedy and icons leaving us way too soon. Wish the Hip Hop Museum would buy them. That's where they belong.
That would be a great gift for them.
And what's really cool about this collection is there is a letter actually from Brian telling Mike, hey, get back to LA. We need you here to finish this album, which is so cool. I don't think the fans even know that this stuff exists. There's also never before seen photos of all of the Beach Boys dating back from the 1960s and 70s, particularly those of Dennis Wilson. Again, he's one that we lost way too soon. And numbers, we're seeing it coming. And it's sad. I got a call from a girl I'm friends with. She's a little bit younger than me. The Brian Wilson letter, because again of its rarity and because of the fact that it's to his cousin, another Beach Boy, infamous Mike Love, I would see that one going for $10,000 and up, absolutely. And what they did was they actually got an envelope from Hotel Biblos and did a brief description on, the background of the photo, which is really exceptional to have this kind of.
It's almost like something you need to do, like a mini, not like a doc, but like you.
I think one of my favorites is the ram ring with diamonds on it. This was Elvis's ring that he gifted to one of his backup singers from How Great Thou Art. So really exceptional piece here. So we're going to try to highlight that in our auction description. We actually are looking into even make so much charity work. The reason she moved to Los Angeles.
I didn't realize at first that it was the coffee. I didn't put it together.
Yeah, Folger coffee fortune, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
No, and I would love to talk about that. It's a great business. I would expect these rings to go as high as $35,000 to $60,000. There really is a range there, but you never know until auction day. But we've sold so many Elvis Presley artifacts. Based on my experience, I would say that they would sell in that range. But what's interesting about Elvis jewelry, still proving to be one of the most powerful asset classes on the face of the planet, because what we've seen happen over the past decade is somebody will buy a piece for $25,000 or $50,000, and then the next year it'll double in value. Often Elvis jewelry outperforms the S&P 500, fun fact. Just thinking Manson people. He died. There's different types of real estate auctions. There's ones without reserve, with reserve. People don't understand what is interesting about it that's never really been talked about.
And would you describe it as a brooch and a necklace, or how would you?
Yes. One of the more unique lots in the auction, the Manson murders are so widely known. What a lot of people don't know is more about some of the other victims. Abigail Folger was the heiress to the Folger coffee fortune, and from a very well-to-do family. She also wrote her name beautifully on the inside of the book. I would say what makes it even more special is the amount of personal annotations that doesn't matter what page you open this book to. She had so many handwritten notes, and it just truly shows how important it was to her. So important, her family actually has a Shakespearean museum that dates back to the 1930s. This book was acquired in Los Angeles in the 1980s, has never been offered for auction, and we expect to see this bring very big numbers on auction day. little biased when it comes to Aaliyah. You know, just her story, being a little girl from Brooklyn, New York, and becoming such an icon so early on and accomplishing so much. What's really nice about these photos is this was her last photo shoot, and it was shot by the famous and iconic John Mannion. He has, you know, photographed Jay-Z, Notorious B.I.G., some of the most iconic moments in hip-hop and R&B he's captured just through his perspective and artistry. 2001 Photos Originale, original photos translated. It does have the address blacked out. My other favorite things is there's certain photos, as a huge fan, I've never even seen before. And as you can see on the back, there is a note, just exhale. So really, really complete collection here. And the inspirational notes from the photographer or whoever this person was that was trying to develop the inspiration. Pieces from his ensemble. Super Bowl 1993, Super Bowl 20, Houston, Texas. It was at the Summit.